as a huge fan of Pete's Dragon,
Yeah.
I mean, and everyone on Collider loves Pete's Dragon. We are all so curious about Peter Pan and Wendy and your take on the material. What excited you to make it? And maybe, how is it different than the other Peter Pans that have come before?
Personally speaking, it's my favorite thing I've ever made, which I wasn't expecting going into it, but I've never been as in love with a movie as I am with this one. And we just finished day 91 of principal of shooting. We've got a couple of weeks left to go. And I just love this movie. And it's the most personal thing I've ever made. It's the most, I don't know. I just love everything about it, but it is ironically the most adult movie I've ever made. And I went into it thinking that, my way in was my entryway into this movie was that I've got a classic case of Peter Pan syndrome. I don't want to grow up. Who does? And I thought that was what was going to appeal to me about it. But in making it, in writing it, and then now directing it and seeing it come to life, I've realized that this is a movie about me letting go of that. And I don't know whether that's good or bad. I haven't processed yet, but it's the first movie I've made from an adult perspective, if that makes any sense. And so it's very true to both, the original book and to the elements of the Disney movie that we can adapt. Obviously there's a lot of things about the animated film that you're just going to leave to the darker side of history, but we're not reinventing the tale, but I hope that we are illuminating it and making it a movie of great import. It'll be an entire generation's first Peter Pan movie. And that's something I don't take lightly. And I want this to be a movie that is important to the children who see that, Peter Pan's an evergreen property. It's something that will be remade and retold ad infinitum for the rest of time. This version of it will be, it's my version of it. It's the version that for the next, 10 years will probably be the one that kids watch for the first time until it gets remade again. And I want to make a movie that will matter to the kids will look back on fondly and think that they got something from it, that they learned something from it, that it mattered to them. And I hope that adults will feel the same way, because me as someone who's just now finally feeling comfortable with calling myself an adult, I think there's a lot of valuable material that we've pulled from the source, from the text. And I'm really, I've said it already, but I'm just in love with this movie, and I really am excited to show it to people.